Hello everyone, this is Tim, and it is Wednesday, the 8th of February, and I am at the Alamo in San Antonio, Texas. This place is popular, and there's a lot of people here, so I don't know how long of a video I'm going to be able to make, at least for now. This may have to be in segments. But anyway, I was not familiar with the history of this place prior to coming here today. And quite frankly, since being here, it's been rather overwhelming. Basically, the Alamo is famous for the saying, "Remember the Alamo," and the battle that was fought here between certain famous Americans like Davy Crockett and the forces of Santa Anna. And in the wake of that battle, Texas was able to exist as an independent republic. And that's part of why the Battle of the Alamo took place, is the people were fighting against Santa Anna's forces that were wanting to make Texas subject to the federal government of Mexico. And the people that were here didn't want to be subject to a federal government. They wanted to exist as an independent republic. And I was not aware of just how many people from all over the world were here at that time. I thought it was more local than that, but apparently lots of people had come to Texas to seek an ideal life. People from all over the world, not just all over America. And while going through the chapel here on the campus of this property, there were several plaques of people whose names were documented as heroes of the Alamo. And there was one man in particular whose name jumped out at me, named John Purdy Reynolds from Pennsylvania. There was actually a couple people who were from Pennsylvania that were here. But in my family, I'm related to a man named John Fulton Reynolds, who fought for the Union Army in the Civil War and was killed in Gettysburg on the first day. And so when I saw this name, John Purdy Reynolds, it made me wonder if these two men were related somehow, and that I could possibly be related to this man. And it really just brought home what this all represents. It really made it personal for me in a way greater than what I thought it would when I first got here. I'm actually on my way to Tampa to go to a meetup, and I wanted to stop by here to mainly just sightsee. But it's turned out to be a lot more than that since I actually left to make this trip, because there's someone in Hex who goes by the name of Crypto Heartbeat online. I know him as Matt, and I met Matt in Austin last year at a meetup. And at that time, he introduced me to his friend Ray, and between the two of them and another guy that I know in Hex named Brandon, who is known by the title Rags to Riches online, these three men, along with another associate of theirs, have invented a cryptocurrency called Texan. The website is texan.cc. And this cryptocurrency is associated with something called the Texas nationalist movement. And through Matt, I met the man who is the executive director of the Texas nationalist movement in Las Vegas last year. And basically what that movement is about is an attempt to once again reestablish Texas as an independent nation and no longer be under the federal government of the United States. And, you know, at the time when I first met this executive director, it seemed like a great idea because, you know, people have a natural right to come together and form a state if they want. And if they so desire, they have a natural right for their state to be united with other states to participate in a central government. And if they decide they no longer want that, they have a natural right to no longer be part of that agreement. So as I learn more about this new cryptocurrency called there's a tour guide next to me, so I'm going to have to hold off here for a little bit. So, as I found out more about the support behind this movement, that like 60% of people in Texas are in support of this, there's a push to get this referendum on the ballot so that people can vote on this as far as like bringing up real legislation to move this forward. And the Texan token has been invented to serve as an element of support in this. When I got into Bitcoin back in 2011, this is exactly the type of things that I was hoping would happen. That, you know, anything that exists for the purpose of empowering people to separate from systems of corruption, I naturally support. And the fact is, as individuals, we have a natural right to coin our own money and regulate the value thereof. I talked about this in videos before. And that's why the United States Congress was given this power through the Constitution, because it's something that we have a natural right to do ourselves as individuals. So, here I am at the Alamo, and I remember the prices that are paid for people to be free and to live according to the dictates of their conscience. And when you're here in an environment where you see the remains of a real exhibition of this, it really has a way of hitting you hard. And you know, there were so many other things I was going to talk about in this video. I mean, I was planning to make something like an hour long, and I don't know if I can handle it. So, anyway, I'm looking forward to going to Tampa. And, yeah, maybe I'll stop by here again on my way back. Matt lives closer to Austin than here, so he said I can stop by and see him on my way home if I wanted. So maybe I'll do that, and maybe we'll talk about this a little bit more together. But I think this is all I'm going to say for now. You know, maybe I'll make a video in Tampa. Who knows? But anyway, y'all take care. Across the street from the Alamo, there is a storefront, and in it is this display that was made entirely out of Legos. Back in 2017, a family of 4 came to the area, and they were so impressed with what they saw that they built this. This is a set of over 50,000 Legos that they spent over 2 years building and then gave to the city as a gift. Kind of interesting. I was wondering where they got some of their custom pieces, such as the soldiers' uniforms. But anyway, just thought I'd throw this in here as a little supplement. Found it quite impressive myself.